What's up everybody? We're back for another Dominaria budget deck tech, and today we're looking at the Chandra Bold Pyromancer Planeswalker deck. You can pick up this deck for about 15 or 20 bucks, and it actually starts out pretty decent, but I'm going to see if we can take it to the next level. I'm going to spend just $10 on new cards to add to this deck and see what I can do with it. This is going to be a fairly typical red-green elf deck. So you've got your elves to help ramp you up in the beginning, you've got your big green creatures to attack with, and then you got a bit of red to do some direct damage. So let's start with our lands. We are going to have 11 forests, 7 mountains, and then 4 timber gorges. And of course we're going to leave Chandra in there, just a nice way to do some direct damage. And we're going to want a full playset of Land War Elves to help ramp us up in the beginning. So the deck currently comes with 2, we'll add 2 more at a quarter apiece. Next up is a full playset of Elfame Druid. This card goes for 25 cents, the deck already comes with 3, so we are buying 1 more. And our last elf is going to be Marwyn the Nurturer. So this card currently goes for $2.50 a piece. Luckily the deck came with one of them already, so we're going to include that in our new deck. So hopefully you pull 1 or 2 elves in your opening hand, and then you can get your bigger creatures out sooner. Our first non-elf creature is going to be Untamed Kavoo. So this is a 2/2 creature for 2 mana with Trample. The nice thing about him though is if you pay his kicker cost, he becomes a 5/5 with Trample. And if you have the right opening hand, you can actually get this guy out on turn 3. So we're going to add a full playset of these, costing us $1. And then we've got a full playset of Thorn Elemental. So 7 mana for a 7/7. The nice thing about this card is, when he attacks, you can essentially assign the damage to your opponent even if he is blocked. So these cards go for a quarter apiece, we're adding 4 of them. Next up we've got Grunn the Lonely King. So this is a pretty interesting card. 6 mana will get you a 5/5 creature, however if you pay his kicker cost, you get a 10/10 creature for 9. The nice thing about this guy is if he attacks alone, you double his power and toughness, so you essentially get a 20/20 creature for 9 mana. I am putting 2 of this card in the deck, so we are going to buy 1 for $1, and the other one comes from the original deck. And there's really no point in having a 20/20 creature unless it has Trample. So we're going to add a full playset of Run Amok for 60 cents, and we can use this whenever Grunn attacks alone. And our last creature is going to be Halar the Firefletcher. So this is a 3/3 legendary creature for 3 mana, and whenever you cast a spell, if it was kicked, you put a permanent +1/+1 counter on him, plus he deals damage to your opponent. So we're going to add 4 of these guys at 50 cents a piece. Next up we're adding 2 copies of Radiating Lightning. This is a nice quick instant to do just a bit of damage to your opponent as well as to all of their creatures. So these cards go for 15 cents a piece. And then we've got Fight with Fire. So this is going to be our big red damage spell. This one can do up to 10 damage and you can divide it however you want. So the deck currently comes with 1 of these, we are going to add 1 more for a quarter. Next up we're adding 2 copies of Wild Onslaught. So this is a really nice green instant. It has the potential of adding 2 +1/+1 counters to all of your creatures, and they are permanent counters. So we're adding 2 of these to the deck at 50 cents a piece. Next up we're adding 2 copies of Icy Manipulator. So this is just one of those cards that can pretty much work in any deck. It'll come in handy in a lot of cases, and it's only 25 cents a piece, so why not add it to the deck? And last but not least, we've got Urza's Tome. So we're adding 2 copies of these at 75 cents a piece. So this is going to be more of a late game card. Hopefully the elves help you get started a lot faster, and you're going to go through your cards rather quickly. So this just lets you draw more cards and get rid of the cards in your hand you don't need. And there we have it. That is my hopefully improved Chandra Bold Pyromancer Planeswalker deck. I hope you guys enjoyed that, and we will see you next time.